Hi everybody, this short video is just to help you with job interviews. So it's designed for fourth year students going abroad for 1 year. So succeed in your job interview. What do you need to know about the company before a job interview? Well, you need to take the time to go and check out the company's website before you apply. This will tell you what the company thinks of themselves. It's a big help when you're applying for a job. You'll also be able to see images of the people, what they look like, have a clear idea or a clearer idea about what the company does and what the people in your future department might do. Of course, you need to contact CPE students who are currently working in the company, if there are any, and they'll be able to give you a detailed explanation of what it's actually like to work there. Always very useful. Yeah? In that way, you sound, when you go to the job interview, as if you're very well informed about the company. That makes you sound highly motivated. Most people have a problem with stress in job interviews, and there are lots of things that you can do to control your stress. We did a lot of work on this in third year. The best way to control your stress though is to be very well prepared, okay? Know the company well, know what you want, and be ready for the typical questions that come up regularly. How can you make a good first impression? This can be either face-to-face or by phone, yeah? Or maybe even on Skype. Well, you need to go in feeling positive about yourself. If it's face-to-face or on Skype, you need to look at the person, you know. So if it's Skype, you'll look at the camera. If it's face-to-face, you'll look the person directly in the eyes. And face-to-face, you'll shake hands. That's very professional. By phone, you need to be well prepared, okay? So if you get a phone call from the company asking if you can talk, and it's 2 minutes before a class, then you can say, this isn't a good time, can we take an appointment later? Okay, don't hesitate. What should you wear? For job interviews, either face-to-face or on Skype, remember that the British and Americans and the Australians expect people to be formally dressed for a job interview. For men, this means normally a white shirt and tie and a boring grey suit. Yeah? For women, it means you know, a nice blouse and skirt or trousers. Suits always look very good, both for men and women. For women, it can be a suit with a skirt or a suit with trousers. It doesn't really matter, but look smart. What you need to prepare in advance, make sure you know exactly what you've put in your cover letter. If they ask you a question and you've forgotten the contents of your cover letter, it doesn't look too good. Make sure you know exactly all about the company, that you remember all the details that you've researched. This isn't always that easy because you normally research 4 or 5 different companies. So make sure you know exactly about the one that you're applying for. Good body language in an interview, yeah? Look the person directly in the eye. Don't slouch, you know? No slouching like that. Sit up straight. The interviewer will try and put you at your ease, but do not be too relaxed. It's a formal situation. What happens if your English is poor? Not everyone speaks perfect English. If they ask you a question and you don't understand, don't hesitate to ask for clarification or ask them to repeat the question. They don't expect everyone to speak perfectly. Here are some questions that were last year or the year before. These are typical questions that caused students difficulties. Here goes. Why should we hire you rather than another student from CPE? Or again, using concrete examples, tell us about your problem-solving skills. Give us an example of a time when you had to resolve a conflict. Have you ever led a team? Could you tell us about that? Okay, these are the first 4 examples. Take time to think about these questions and decide what you would say if you were asked these in a job interview. Okay, here's some more. Of what 3 achievements are you most proud? It's quite a lot, 3, no? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What did you learn from your internship at EDF, for example? How proactive are you? Remember that proactive means someone who plans in advance. Yeah? Reactive in English is a very negative word. Proactive is dynamic. So how proactive are you? Give a recent example of a situation in which you demonstrated how proactive you can be. And some more. Describe a situation during your internship or studies where you did something that you regret. How could you have changed the outcome of the situation? Describe your relationship with your supervisor and colleagues at, and that was the company where the person had done their internship. Okay, what help will the English teachers give you? Well, if you're stressed, we'll coach you. So as well as taking an appointment for your CV correction, we don't mind if you need an appointment as well for a little bit of practice for job interviews. Come to E116 with the job advert that you're applying to and we'll give you some help. Don't forget to take an appointment on the door, okay? Thank you very much and good luck. And do remember that preparation is the absolute key to being relaxed and very successful in a job interview. Thank you, everybody.